What's up, Maria? Well, Maria, today I sent the Princeton back to YDNA in New York because we just couldn't make it work. It worked for 2 hours the evening of the first day it got here. And that was probably 3 weeks or a month ago. We could never figure it out. So it's going back to New York as we speak, and he will figure that thing out. Yeah, it is what it is, Maria. With these things, like, it doesn't mean that he is a bad amp designer. There's like 300 different things that can go wrong, and if one of them goes wrong, then it's all bad. I don't think it's going to be a full rebuild. He's going to find out what's wrong in there, and it might be something stupid, or it might be a big component like one of the transformers that he'll replace. We'll see. It might be something stupid that he figures out in 5 minutes, and the thing works again. No. You might be thinking about the amp that Luke is working on in California. That amp got screwed up by a previous owner who took it to a tech, and the tech stole parts out of it and replaced it with shitty parts. Yeah, but my amp, no, my amp is a amp that Andy sent me. I unboxed it live on YouTube. It didn't work. We spent the next 5 hours on the phone getting it to work. It worked for 2 hours later that evening, which was on Andy's channel. And then the next day it turned it on, same problems as when I first received it. And we've spent a lot of time on the phone trying to figure it out. Can't figure it out. So I just sent it back to him. It'll work out. It's no big deal. But yeah, the Cerberus is the amp that got inflated by the dude Tykees in New York. Components of value out and replace them with shitty stuff. The Cerberus will be sold, maybe auctioned, maybe sold, I don't know, on the YDNA channel. YDNA's got himself in an interesting situation because he likes the idea of doing raffles, but raffles are illegal, right? But auctions aren't illegal. So you can do an auction, and there's some auction websites that might work for him. Might know. I guess he could just like spend a day live on YouTube doing an auction, but like it's great content, but at the end of the day, probably the right answer is just listed on Reverb for 10 grand. Whatever he makes, listed on Reverb for 10 grand. If somebody offers 7, take the offer. Maria, do you have any ideas of how to get Andy to the 10K mark? How to boost him? My idea is every amp he builds, he should make a video of him playing it on full blast outside until the police come and tell him to turn it off. So with every amp, he makes a viral declaration of freedom of speech, and it involves a police encounter. You got any ideas for how he can get to that 10K mark? I bet you got some ideas, Maria. Come on. You're a big fan of this guy. How can he take it to the next level? Well, hey Maria, you want in on a secret about the show? All those fights between him and his girlfriend, it's just for dramatic effect. It's not true. It's not real. It's because it brings in the subs. Did you know about that? thanks for believing in the idea. Because there's a lot of other viral videos going around where people like take their Marshall stack outside their trailer in the country and dime it, and then they'll get like 1 million views. So if his was titled, "Oh, Maria, hey, don't be a conspiracy theorist. All those fights are real." Okay. So here's another way to get to 10K. So you do the police encounter videos where you dime the amp outside. Another way, use the title, use the phrase "loudest amp ever made" for this custom 400, right? That's clickbait. Loudest amp ever made. And here's the creator of the amp diming it outside. Everybody's going to want to hear that. All the guitar players, who the hell is this guy? Click, click, click. So, YDNA telling the cops to fuck off. You know, that's a hilarious thing. The other thing, loudest amp ever made. Everybody's going to, what is this thing? Is it really the loudest amp ever made? Who is this guy? What is this brand? Click, click, click. The YDNA marketing department No, I just said that as kind of a joke, but I do believe that the fights they have are real. But it's a strange situation because he's incentivized towards these fights because they bring in the viewers. So I know he doesn't like to fight, but he has like a voice on his shoulder. He's got a little demon on his shoulder from YouTube saying, "Hey guys, if you engage in chaos, there'll be more subs, there'll be more views." Brian Buckethead. That's interesting. That's cool. How do you know him? Everybody agrees he's a great player. I think he's pretty sold on his white guitars and his white EVH amps. But I don't know. If EVH pays him to play those amps, if Fender pays him, who owns EVH, then he's probably not going to play any other amps because he's not a rich guy. But who knows what's going on? Maybe they don't pay him to play the white amps, and if Andy made him a white amp, maybe he would play it. That's cool. I've heard interviews with Brian Carroll, and he sounds like a really sensitive and nice guy, like very sensitive soul. How do you know him? Were you a teacher in one of his high school or something? I don't know, like if you know a guitar player that's famous, there's no shame in the game of asking Andy, hey, I know who's famous. Maybe you guys could talk. Here's his contact. That's fine. Now, maybe Fender has a deal with Brian Carroll, and they say, hey, man, wherever you show up, whatever town in the United States you show up, just give us a call, and we'll make sure there's an EVH amp there for playing our product. It also might not be like that, and he just likes something white. So the white EVH amp goes along with his white guitar. And then if that's the case, then maybe he's interested in getting a white amp made by somebody else. Well, then why do you have his contact info? You're just a fan of this guy's playing and know how to contact him or something? I've listened to some of his stuff. It's interesting. Um, I think his most notable deal was being a guitarist in Guns N' Roses, and I like the Chinese album. Um, but what I've come to find out about the Chinese album is most of the guitar on there that stands out to me. Maybe there's a lot of other players, I don't know. Most of it that stands out to me, I think, was played by Robin Fink from Nine Inch Nails, who not a big Nine Inch Nails fan myself, But I think this guy Robin Fink from Nine Inch Nails is a very interesting guitar player, and I'd like to hear more from him. Um, I feel like in Nails, he's just like a sound maker. Um, but this dude can this the solo on Better from the Chinese album. I love that. I love that. And I think that's Robin Fink. Yeah. So Maria, you don't know Buckethead, but you're saying you can get in contact with Buckethead. What the hell's that about? So you know somebody that can get in contact with him. Okay. Well, I'm sure that Andy would be delighted to make him a white amp, but I don't know if he has a deal with Fender. All right. Oh, Soothsayer. I don't remember that song. Maybe that's one of Buckethead's solo thing. Maria's out there cold calling celebrities. That's cool. He plays like a Gibson. Gibson made one for a while, all white. Hmm. So Soothsayer is a song off Chinese Democracy? Okay, cool. Why is my stream keeping on coming?